with pain, your spirit soars and sings. Though sorrow clouds your day, it's sunny skies tomorrow brings. And take my hand, let's be friends forever. And take my hand, alone no more, not ever. Imagine dreams are real, and soon you'll start to feel there's magic all around. And take my hand, love is all around.
Anne and Diana were very excited by the arrival of summer, and they enjoyed it thoroughly. Both girls were aware that this would probably be their last summer together. Anne wanted to study for the entrance examinations for Queen's College and become a teacher. Diana's parents didn't want her to go to college. This meant that the two friends would often be separated in the future. But they tried not to think about it. That summer, there was no time for sad thoughts. Mr. Barry, Diana's father, had arranged a big surprise for the girls. He'd invited them to dine out in a restaurant. They were dressed very elegantly, just like grown-ups. The girls had eaten in a restaurant only once before, when they'd visited Diana's Aunt Josephine in Charlottetown during the Agricultural Society's annual show. Mr. Barry pulled up outside the White Sands Hotel, the most elegant hostelry on Prince Edward Island, the only hotel to have the new electric lighting. Anne and Diana hardly dared to breathe. Everything seemed so grown-up and smart. When lobster was served, they felt just like two stylish ladies from the novels they liked to read. The girls had no idea how to break open the hard shells, and Mr. Barry showed them how. Diana thought this was a little silly because she would much rather have had a proper piece of meat. Anne and Diana had a wonderful summer, but the time went by too fast, and soon the holidays were nearly over. The lovely birch grove was gone. It was there that the girls had made their playhouse, imagining a castle with many rooms and a tower.
Oh no, I don't believe this. It's only a bad dream.
How could anyone be so unfeeling? How could they just go ahead and cut down such a beautiful childhood memory?
Come.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. Look. at dawn, all the fairies have to go back to where they came from. But before they went, they left the magic gifts for us.
You always made me laugh, Anne. That's funny. Everything looks pink through this.
Anne and Diana sat close together and remembered the many happy hours that they'd spent in their birch grove. Suddenly, they felt very grown up. It was as if the age of elves, fairies, and daydreams had suddenly come to an end and would never return. They were no longer little children, and they wept a little to mourn the loss of wonder. When Anne came home, she climbed into the attic and opened the chest in which she'd locked her schoolbooks. The birch grove had gone, and with it all the elves and fairies. The time for dreaming had gone. And there was no sense in mourning the past because the future seemed so inviting.
Aha! So there you are, my good old friends. It's good to see your old familiar faces again. Yes, even you, geometry book. Well, Marilla, the fun and games are over now. Now I'll get down to work.
I thought you wanted nothing more to do with your school books.
Yes, that's what I used to think way back at the start of the summer holidays. But now I suddenly feel like studying again. I shall enjoy it. See you later. Bye for now.
Anne, come on, hurry up.
Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Minnie May. Well, Minnie May, are you excited? This is your big day today, the first day of school.
Oh, yes. I've got a sandwich. But I can't wait for break, Anne. I'm feeling too hungry for that.
No, don't eat it now, or you'll be the only girl in the school with no sandwich at break. You wouldn't like to stand there and look on while all the others eat, would you? Come on, Minnie May. We must get a move on. Good.
I'm big today. Big as anything. Thank you, I'll manage.
You should put your milk in to keep cool.
Good.
And then the bad servant said to his master, "I did not steal the cow, she ran away by herself." But the farmer did not believe him at all.
The first day of a new school term was always the best. Miss Stacy was happy to see her pupils, and her pupils were happy to see her. After Miss Stacy had welcomed all the little beginners, she began the day's lessons immediately.
Anne Shirley, would you please take over the next sentence?
Yes.
Anne didn't look once at Gilbert Blythe. She'd made up her mind never to talk to him again, and she stuck to this decision. She had a new girl now. Anne wanted to outdo Gilbert in the entrance examinations for Queen's College.
Anne, are you still up? Don't overdo it, child. You'll make yourself ill.
I'm not overdoing it. But when I think that Gilbert Blythe might be studying right now, I can't sleep because I'm so angry.
Gilbert Blythe? The way you go on, you'd think he'd stolen the crown jewels. All he did was make a remark about your hair, that's all.
I'd rather not talk about him. That's how it is.
You must get some sleep now.
One more minute.
Anne? Marilla?
Come down and help me pick some apples. You've been in there far too long.
Yes, that's fine. Waste of time.
You should learn to take an occasional break from your studies, Anne.
I honestly don't mind studying, Marilla. Really, I don't.
It's all right to try as hard as you can, but if you end up ruining your health, the whole thing will mean nothing, will it? Now, do you want to come top in the entrance exam and then have to leave college because you're too ill to go on with your studies?
Don't worry about me so much. I'm as fit as a fiddle and I don't even get the sniffles. I'm an average, healthy farm girl.
That's what I hope.
Marilla may have been concerned about Anne's health, but she said nothing about her own. Marilla suffered increasingly from migraine headaches. For fear of upsetting Anne, she said nothing of Matthew's latest heart attack either.
Now, Matthew, you know very well that smoking is bad for the heart. How many times must I tell you?
You needn't worry so. A little pipe now and then won't hurt me.
Oh, and another thing, the doctor's strictly forbidden you to do any heavy work around the farm. I just wish you'd follow his orders, Matthew.
Yes, I know.
We should take on a second farmhand for this year's harvest, and if need be, another one for the potatoes.
Oh, well, if you think so. But while we're on the subject of health, why don't we talk about your headaches? You're the one who needs a doctor, not me. You should worry about yourself, Marilla. Go and see a doctor.
You're right, I shall go as soon as I get the time. We're getting on, Matthew. We can't overdo things like we used to in the old days.
There's no getting away from it.
Congratulations, Gilbert. Well done, Gilbert. Oh, you are clever.
Absolutely brilliant, Gilbert.
No, it's impossible. This can't be. There must be some mistake. Thank heavens. It was only a dream.
Anne felt very weak. It may have been only a dream, but she couldn't bear the thought that the dream might become reality. In her dream, Gilbert Blythe had passed the entrance examination, and she'd failed. No, thought Anne. No, it mustn't happen. And she decided to study even harder.
Good morning, Anne.
Good morning.
Anne, are you feeling all right? I don't like the look of you. You're pale.
I'm fine, don't worry.
Good, because I won't be in this afternoon. I have to go to Carmody to get a few things.
Oh. But today is my turn to host the story club meeting.
Why not? You can make tea and give them the biscuits you baked yesterday.
Thank you.
Anne and her friends had formed the story club about a year before. They were forever scribbling long novels, stories and poems. Anne wrote the longer stories, and her stories were inevitably about love, sorrow and heartache. Diana wrote mostly about opera singers and famous actresses. Ruby had the most murders in her stories. She never knew what to do with her characters, so she killed them off. The enthusiasm for literature lasted a year. Then it began to fade because the girls had to write a school essay almost every week. So the story club would meet once a month to discuss the most important problems.
Diana's late today.
Yes.
And please don't be upset with me, but I'd better scoot. I still have to study my history. But why? Ruby, I thought you wanted to ask Diana what brooch to wear with your new Sunday dress. You said so.
Ruby, can't you wait a few moments just until Diana gets here?
But I've got all my history dates to learn. To be frank, I just haven't got the time anymore to sit here and talk about all this kid stuff. What do you mean when you say kid stuff? Are you trying to tell us that you want to leave the club? Well, the only one who still keeps up her writing is Diana. The rest of us don't have the time for it anymore. It's just a waste of time because the exams are much more important. And you, Jane, how do you feel? Do you want to stop writing as well?
Yes and no. I don't want to write any more stories. But it would be a pity to stop the tea parties, which are so nice. These days we have so little time to just sit and chat.
Yes, that's what I like too. But even so, I somehow feel guilty. I keep getting the feeling that I really shouldn't be sitting here drinking tea with the rest of you. I'm really happy to see all of you, and the biscuits are delicious. I just can't relax and enjoy myself. But if I go home and sit at my desk studying, then I start to yawn, and I wish I was here with you. I feel like running away.
You too. That's very strange. I get that feeling too. Sometimes I get really scared that I'll fail the entrance exam, and then my heart starts to race and I get hot all over. I wish I found studying as easy as you, Anne.
Easy? You've got no idea. Last night I dreamed that I was the only scholar who failed the exams. All the other names were on the pass list, but I couldn't find mine anywhere.
What?
Honestly? Honest, Injun. Well, if you're going to fail the entrance exam, the rest of us needn't even bother. I feel quite ill.
Me too. But somehow I feel a little better hearing that even you are worried, Anne.
That's a big even. Listen, girls, why don't we change the subject? We didn't set up this meeting to talk about horrid exams and the silly old school, did we? Well, we only got into that because Diana didn't come. When we see her, we must spare her feelings because we all love her.
That's for sure.
Pity. I'm so sorry that Diana isn't coming to Queen's College with us. I really miss her.
It's no wonder the pair of you are really close.
Did she tell you that she couldn't make it today? Anne, I can't wait any longer. It's Diana's own fault if she keeps us waiting like this.
I'm coming too. Tough luck for Diana.
Wait a minute. If both of you really want to leave the story club, then there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. But it's not fair to break up the club when Diana isn't even at the meeting.
Anne is right, you know.
Please wait just a moment. I'll try to find out what happened to her. Why don't you come in, Diana?
Where have you been, Diana? We've been waiting for you.
You nearly missed us. Diana, what's the matter? Is there trouble at your place?
Oh, no. Everything is all right up at the house. Don't spare my feelings. I heard everything you said. I didn't want to eavesdrop, but I couldn't help hearing. I was going to surprise you. But then I heard you, and what you said just made me feel so sad. You were so nasty.
Diana!
I just don't belong with you anymore. You have your blessed entrance exams, and I haven't, but that's too bad. I shall manage, never fear. I'll get on without you. Wait and see. I don't need you. It was just bad luck that I came late today. I had to wait such a long time for my stupid singing teacher. I waited and waited, and there was no sign of her. I couldn't stop thinking that you were all sitting here waiting for me. I could hardly concentrate on my singing. I couldn't produce a single decent note.
Diana, calm down.
Oh, no. You want to close the story club down, and I'm not going to stop you. It's all because of your studies, isn't it? The story club is dead now. The good times have all gone. Good times when we wrote lovely stories about love, murder, and heartache. They've gone forever. I was the only one who still believed in it. Am I right, Anne? Why should we try to keep the story club alive when there's nothing in it for any of us? Ruby is quite right. It's too late to change anything now. It's all over.
Diana. I'm so sorry, Diana. Have you been that long?
I called for you when I got back, but you didn't answer me, so I thought there was nobody at home.
Shall I put the kettle on?
No, I've done it already.
Oh, sorry.
When you go outside, call Matthew. Tell him his tea is not going to keep warm forever.
Marilla!
Are you surprised? Do I look funny? I must say it feels very funny wearing them.
But you will get used to them.
I do hope so. When I was in Carmody this afternoon, I popped in to see Dr. Spencer. He believes that my bad eyesight causes all the headaches I seem to be getting these days. If he's right, then I'll gladly get used to wearing the glasses.
I'll go and tell Matthew.
The story club couldn't go on. Suddenly, Anne felt very grown up. She'd always looked forward to this moment, and yet she wasn't happy when it finally arrived. Autumn and winter passed very swiftly, and it was spring again. This was Anne's 4th year at Green Gables. Marilla and Matthew sometimes thought back with nostalgia to the little girl they'd taken in, a girl who was growing up into a young lady.
Soft whispers on the breeze, the wood nymphs in the trees are calling out your name. They offer you their gifts, sweet fragrance fills the air. The magic of a moonlit night